I've been drawing ever since I could remember, since I was very little, so it has just been a natural thing for me. I let the comments, which was that if you study art, you would not succeed in life, and that kind of clouded my judgment, so I dropped the art and I focused on technical drawing. So I didn't particularly have a physical mentor that I could meet to explain things, so I had to do lots of figuring out myself, so trial and error. So first things first, I'm just giving you random examples of things I would search for: how to draw an eye, how to draw nose, how to, and it's all Google. So based on whatever results I get there, I understudy the artists, shadow them, see, okay, this is how I can improve, this is how I can get better. There are lots of things happening these days, and once I get into that zone, everything just disappears and I'm just free, and I just create my thing and do my thing. So it's really an escape and almost therapeutic, I should say so.
All right, yes, it's time for us to discuss with our guest to find out how he has fueled his hustle. I have here with me Osaze Amadasun. Thanks for being here today. I like the hair. Is this an identity? Are you the Wale Soyinka of our time?
You keep saying that, but I've always been keeping my hair ever since I could remember, so
Yeah.
it's just
Okay.
a normal thing.
Something you mentioned there, and I think I speak for everybody in the world who has no talent whatsoever when it comes to drawing. How do you know? What is it? When do you start knowing that, okay, I actually have this talent, to sort of interpret whatever it is, I don't know, artistically? When did you know that you had that?
So for me, there's this common misconception that, everybody has, if you're talented in art, you can draw. But right from when I was very little, I found out that I was really curious and I gravitated towards the arts. So I would look at roadside artists, I would get inspiration from them, cartoons, try and recreate the drawings on my sketch pad then. And it sort of took off from there. I can remember having an art competition in '99 in Benin Museum. So since then, I just kept building on that.
Wow, all the way 99. So when because you talked there about how you were told that you were not going to make any money from this, which is a belief a lot of people have. We'll come to that much later. But so at what point did you decide, okay, I was still going to do this, but I maybe would do it technically? What was that decision like?
Okay, so that came about when I was in secondary school. So the last formal education I had in art was when I was in JS3. So there were the comments that if you study art, you are not going to make it in life, obviously. And these weren't even from my own parents. These were just external factors. So I just thought, what's the closest thing to art that I can do? And it happened to be architecture. So moving into the university, I studied architecture, BSc, masters, but I just knew that wasn't
what you wanted
deep down, because by the side I was always drawing and doing the visual aspects. I was like, you know what, it's just one life, do your thing. So I just went on.
So you leave school and then you decide to drop it all and now focus on your passion, and on your dream. So how did that start?
It was gradual. It was a gradual process. I won't say because leaving school, I worked full-time at an advertising agency. It wasn't working out for me because I needed more time to create my own art. So I got on that gig, but it was part-time. I still wasn't happy with what I was doing because it wasn't, I was taking on projects that I wasn't really interested in. So I was like, you know what, let me just focus on what I feel is relevant to me and push out the work. So obviously I stashed up enough money before I could leave that job. So that was really how it happened. I was always doing my thing by the
Yeah.
side. So it got to a point where I was like, you know what, my thing has to be full time now. Yeah.
So, like you said, you had no formal sort of training at all.
Yeah.
The last time you had anything to do with
Yeah.
arts class or
Yeah.
fine arts, like we call
Yeah,
it,
there
it was in JSS3.
Yeah.
So, of course, I want to believe the Google app did help you. So, at what point did you know that, okay, I needed to gain knowledge and the Google app was your go-to place?
So, like I said earlier, I didn't have like any physical mentor that I could go to.
Yeah.
So it was mostly me at home trying to like figure out things for myself. And Google is like, Google literally is your friend. Just ask Google. So how to get random questions, how to get better at art, how to become successful in art, how to draw this, how to draw that. And from there, you go to forums, you meet new people, you meet new artists, you get to exchange ideas, and you just keep building on from there, keep doing your thing, keep building on, and with time, you would. Yeah.
Because I say this every week. I said this last week as well. People always tend to think, what sort of questions am I going to put on the app if I need to find out something? So it's something as basic as that.
Yeah, just throw random questions at Google, man.
Yeah.
Just throw random questions out there. You would always get feedback. Then at first, you might be lost. You might not know what to search for. It's fine to just search for random things, but later on, as you progress, you would narrow down your search options. You know, okay, this is what I'm interested in, and you have like art friends, and you begin to know, okay, this is what I need to learn or get better at to improve in this my field. So you focus on that.
How's the journey been? How long have you been out of school? How long have you been doing this for now?
So I finished school 2016, and I have been doing it since then. But I started like full time beginning of last year. So that's when I started like doing the art full time.
Yeah. And how has it been? Because you said earlier that people said that it wasn't lucrative.
Yeah.
Were they right? Is this something you're saying? And then how's the journey been with being an artist?
I can't speak for everybody. Obviously, the truth is that everybody has their challenges. Like with every profession, there are people that are not doing so well, and the people that are like really making ends meet off their living. So I don't think it should be narrowed down to the arts, but for me, I can only speak for myself. It has been lucrative and worthwhile for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did do something with regards to, I think you had an art exhibition. When was this?
Yeah, that was January this year.
How did you get there already?
Gallery.
Seeing how short the time you've been in the industry
for? Funny story on that. So I had been doing my own personal research. Obviously, I wanted to have like a solo exhibition, and I've been focusing on works on Benin art and culture. So that's where my focus had been of late. So the year before, when I thought I was ready to have the exhibition, I approached an artist who I felt at the time was doing work similar to the Benin culture. Shout out to Victor Ehikameno. And I showed him what I had in mind, that, I'm looking to do an exhibition. How do I go about it? And he looked at the works and he gave me feedback. So long and short, it was more of, look, you're not ready. You need to go back and work on this year. And truly, when I went, he was right. So I went back, kept working. Then close to the end of the year, when I was about to go back to him with my progress, Really Gallery reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in participating in the group exhibition. So I said yes. So I just submitted, the proposal I submitted to them was exactly what I had been working on for the past 300 days. And luckily for me, they picked me to be part of the exhibition. And
amazing. Very well done. Congratulations. Before we go on very quickly, for any young person out there who's an artist who's trying to, set up themselves, what do you tell them to do with regards to Google and the app? Quick advice.
I've said it before, but just go on Google. If you like making beats, how to make beats. If you want to be a cartoonist, how to make cartoons.
Just
how to be how to like there's so many search options. So many search options.
Thank you very much, Osaze. I'm looking forward to your, I've seen your work online. It's pretty amazing, and it's great that you are here today. Good luck with everything you continue to do. And remember, no matter what career or business path it is you're going to follow, Google is always there to help you fulfill your dreams. All right? Please share your tweets with us using the hashtag #FuelYourHustle. And I'll see you next Sunday.